Well, again, I'm in the woods at these homesteads looking for dumps. Of course, I'm finding a lot of bottles, but right now there's nothing to talk about much. A lot of whiskey, a lot of these kind of whiskey bottles, but I'm almost confident I'm going to find something. Aside from these Seagram 7s, there's a whole bunch of them here, but there's got to be more than just Seagram 7s around here, so unless these people just lived on booze alone, which I doubt. So let me look around, see what I can find, and I'll get back to you when I'll hear something interesting here. There's a white jar, white glass, there's a blue. They love that Seagrams, man. There's a nice white jar right there. Well, let me look around here real quick and see what I can find. If not, we got other spots to see. So, let's go. Well, that other place didn't work out too well, but I'm behind another homestead and see what I can do here. It's an old house right over there. So, a lot of new beer bottles as usual. But I'm going to walk around and see what conspires. I'm not putting too many bets on this area, but there's a possible they dumped some good stuff back here. It's an old house, so let's take a look. Okay, I'll show you something when I find it. Well, so far I found nothing. Everything's new. You can see new wine bottles, new everything. This is a shotgun style house. If you notice, there's a hallway that goes straight through the middle. That's shotgun. This place has not been lived in a month of Sundays, but people have been walking around in here. It's sort of dark, so I'm getting the hell out. I don't like to walk in these old places. They're unsafe for sure, and you don't know who's lurking in there. But right now I'm striking out. Didn't expect this, but let me just keep going a little longer. I might find something if I'm lucky. And keep going. Well, I'm not completely skunked. I got myself a Tom's from the 50s. It was just on the top. I think this whole place was bulldozed at one time, so it's all helter-skelter. Put that over there. It was right up there, this Tom's. I don't know. But see what I mean? It's like, what is in here? Like, great bets, along with, Cokes. This is, what's this? A tab, which is, I don't know. Coke. These are all modern, what I call modern bottles. So I don't know how that Tom's got in here, but you can see this is Snake City. I really don't like doing this. If there's going to be a snake, it's going to be right in here. That's what they like. They like loose trash. They hang out in loose trash. There's a modern Pepsi. There's a Coke. None of this stuff I'm interested in. Plastic. Aluminum. Look. Here's a med. I'm going to dig things up. If I don't find anything, you won't see it. But if I do, I'll show you. This is the elf that guards the dump. the garbage help. That's all I need is his help. Give me some time. Well, there's plenty of modern Pepsis around here. Here's one screw cap. There's a Coke. But there's nothing old. I haven't seen everything here yet, but I'm behind another dump. Another old shack. And it's just really... There's a 7-Up. I mean, people still use these areas to throw their trash in. So it's not like but here we go. There's older stuff all piled down around this tree. But I still don't have any hope of finding anything very good. I mean, again, look what we're looking at. Ball mason, screw caps. It's not looking good, folks. I don't know why, but the old stuff must be well underground, because I'm not seeing it on the surface. You're looking at whiskey flasks piled up along this tree. You're looking at, there's a kind of soda is that? Just like I thought. Okay, well, I'm gonna go a little further. If not, I'm heading on out because I don't want to waste my time with this. Take care. Well, I'm heading on out. I've had enough of this. These 60s bottles. That's a Barks right there. 60s knee high. A 7-Up. There's bottles all over the place. There's a Pepsi. 2 Pepsis actually. I mean, hey, if I was into this stuff, I'd be in glory, but I don't like any of this. I don't collect it, so it's just a waste of my time to walk around and look at it. You can see there's another Pepsi right there from the 60s. The whole area is just a 60s trash dump, and it's just not what I'm sorry, it's just what I'm not into. So I'm heading on out, and hopefully next week I can find some other place that's worth digging into. But in the meantime, you can see there ain't nothing here, not for me anyway. So from the woods in little town of Nowhereville, I'm heading on out. I mean, I haven't even found a milk, a lot of juice bottles. People were into juice here, but everything else is Mason Atlas Easy Seal. There you have it. Next time. Bye. Well, it wouldn't be a bottle dig if I didn't find one of these. And this is it for me. I'm going. I've had enough. So there you go. Built magnesia. Bye. Well, I'm going to do a quick roundup here of my last outing. I had a late start. I had a little problem in the morning, so I really didn't have much time to look. I rushed through a lot of places. There's still some places to look for and look at. And so the place I did focus on really didn't turn out as I expected. I also went to a few other places that I didn't expect to go to, but it didn't turn out any better. I did find a few things though, and so I'll just show you. Tom's, of course, we know this one's a little beat, but you know, Tom Harkness was an innovator. He was a guy who contributed to the bottle industry by developing a bottle stacker. That meant that it could, a machine that could fill cases of bottles automatically without a person doing it. So that led to engineering business, and he is still in business today, or the company is rather, engineering machinery for industry. So that's good old Tom Harkness. This here is just a white milk glass bottle. It has very jar. It has nothing to say on it, but I just like it because it, milk glass is very common. Although it's an expensive color to work with because you need nickel, you need zinc, nickel, you need tin. Is one of the main factors that make white in glass. So, and tin isn't cheap, and it seems to be getting harder to come by. But in the day when this was made, probably in the 40s and 50s, there were thousands of white glass, but this one is a nice one. Of course, this one is not the bottle in the video that you saw. That one did have a crack in it when I washed it. This was the other one that I found there, and it's a 1950s bromo. People like this blue, and I give them away. I mean, they'll sit in the woods and probably get eaten up eventually by industry. This is a little perfume bottle. Looks like I think it's representing a pineapple. So it's a little perfume. This bottle was interesting. Now, I didn't dig this bottle yesterday, the day I went out. The week before, at a bigger dump that I know of, and it came out of some real rough fill. And what's interesting about this bottle, if I can show you, is that it says the Cybert Company, and it says Cleveland, the 6th city. Now, the bottle itself, I found no information. I didn't really go deep into pharmacies of Cleveland, but it's an interesting one. It has the, as you can see, it has the logo of the weights, and it's a really cool bottle. But what's interesting about Cleveland, the 6th city, is that it's significant, and it sort of dates this bottle. Around the turn of the century, industrial growth was really spurring cities to grow, and people were going to the major industrial hubs to find work. Big influx of foreign people coming over from Europe, and so these cities, especially in the Midwest, started to grow. Now, Cleveland was one of the fastest growing cities at that time, and by 1910 it was on a race, neck and neck race with Baltimore and Boston for the place of the 6th city. Now, in population, and in 1911 it made it, and with that the status of Cleveland really grew, and to get on the bandwagon, a lot of businesses started to use the logo that was fashioned by a newspaper reporter, saying, calling Cleveland the 6th city. So a lot of postcards and things of that nature were printed, and a lot of businesses put that on. So what's interesting is, because this does say the 6th city, we know that this pharmaceutical bottle was probably around 1910 or 1911, and it's pretty crude. I would have judged it to be older than that. You can see by the neck that it has a fold in it, and it's tooled, but very roughly tooled. Long neck, and it's a white altanum. So, and I think I see a date of, there might be a date on here, No, that's just a number. But I know for sure this is probably a 1910, 1911 bottle, and it might even go further. But the way it was made, I think it wasn't too far until the Industrial Revolution caught up with the glass industry, and this company might have machine made. It's a popular bottle. I see it on eBay. It sells for about $6 or $7. So this one might be a little more because it's a smaller size. It probably was a perfume or something of that nature. So anyway, that was my little trip out to the homesteads out in Jasper County. I might go north and look for others in the coming days. But so far, I'm still hanging in there. Like I said, I don't really need 100 bottles to find. If I find 2 or 3 that I'm satisfied with, I accomplished something. There's a lot of fun looking at these places and these old homesteads, and unfortunately, they're going away quickly. The development is subtle. People don't notice it until it's on you. Thousands of acres are being cleared. Where I'm digging, it's being cleared to grow trees. It's the lumber industry, lumber, paper. So when you see a large swath of woods being taken down, they're going to be replanted with long needle pine. But what troubles me the most, oh yeah, and I also believe that this contributes to habitat loss of dumps and outhouses and things of that nature. Once they clear the land in this manner, there's no possible way that you're going to be able to find anything under the ground. Metal detecting, you might come up with stuff that's left on the surface. A lot of the land is taken away. A lot of the topsoil they just take off. They don't need it. They can supplement it with their own chemicals to get the trees growing. So a lot of places I've seen, they just take the topsoil off, and whatever was up there, it's gone. Those warehouses are the ones that bother me the most, because they build these 20 and 30 acre warehouses over a whole community. You're never going to find it, not in your lifetime. And that's happening more often. Development is more a threat to treasure hunting than treasure hunting itself, which is booming at this point. A lot of people think they're going to get rich doing this, and once they find out they're not, they might find another hobby. But it is addictive. So anyway, that's my rant. Take it easy. Have a great day. We'll talk to you when I get back from another dig. Bye.